I think it's an interesting way to get people's voices on democracy and get us thinking about democracy specifically. And obviously we've spent too much time in our wallets, I think, and not in our hearts. So that's why I put that on there.
It lets everybody give their opinion on what you really feel in your heart, you know? Everything that everybody says is how they really feel.
I wrote to feed the hungry the world over and for peace.
What I think democracy should be, which is having open debates, fair ballot access, proportional representation, instant runoff voting, and a constitutional right to vote.
War, what is it good for? What is it good for? And I also wrote, be gentle to the earth we call home.
I wrote, my one wish is for peace. I'm very concerned about the war. I'm very concerned about the United States participation in any conflicts. I realize that we need to help other nations who are in situations of crisis, but for us to continue sending our young men and our older men there is a great concern to me, and I hope that Obama can bring us to a situation where the world will be in a peaceful relationship with others.
In this country, we really have a problem with our sustainability and how we're doing our agriculture. Our processes tend to be vertically scaled, and it just ends up with animal cruelty.
I wrote about equality because we all have the same needs. We all want to feel good, and we all want to feel bad, and we're all different, so we have different views of that, but essentially we're all trying to do the same thing. We live in such a close, we all have the same needs, we all have the same things available to us, so we're all the same. We all have the same functioning bodies. We should all treat each other equal, not better, because you can't say you're better than someone else because you don't know what they've been through. You don't know all the things that go into their day. And you can't say that you're less than someone else because you are just as good as every individual in the world. You are worth just as much as everyone else. And if people could think about that before they judge someone else, then we would, well, that's just one of those things that looks good on paper, but I would figure we would have a better world. And if any message I can put out, more compassion, please, please have compassion for everyone else, because people deserve compassion, because there are a lot of sad things in the world, and compassion is one of the main ways we can break holes in it.
I think world poverty and hunger is a real important issue right now, and we should, since we're such a global world, we need to help those less fortunate than we are.
Democracy to me is about listening to each other, and I really think in a way consensus is almost more important than democracy, because I think it's really important that even though democracy is about majority rule, I want the minority views to be heard and taken into account so that everybody feels like they've been heard and understood and had a chance to say what they want to say, and feel like they have a stake in the decisions that are made for our country. So I think if people really listen to each other, what I wrote was listen to each other, and I think true listening is hard to do, and it takes a lot of practice for people to really be able to hear what another person is saying, especially if they disagree with it. And if we worked harder on learning to really listen to other people and understand truly what their point is, then I think things would be, there'd be a lot more compassion, there'd be a lot more consensus and understanding of each other, and we'd have a happier country.
Democracy is reaching out and, like I said, helping the less fortunate, and having the freedom to be able to do that.
Democracy is the voice of the people leading the government. That I recognize that not all people are completely educated or aware of the factors that go into making decisions, and so not all decisions will be popular, but there'll be ones that reflect the needs of the people and bring the people to a better situation than they were before.